If you need now business, go door knock. So learn how to do it. This is the second most aggressive way to get now business right now in your market, no matter where you're at. All right, here we go. Second episode here in February. Super excited for this one. If you're wanting to understand which prospecting methods are actually worth your time to get you a good bang for your buck, then this is the episode you're going to want to watch. But before we do that, go back and watch the previous one that hit last week here in February, and we talked about the different skills. All of January, if you've been following these videos, all of January, we're talking momentum. Building that aggressive momentum, just like a rocket takes 95% of its fuel to get off the ground. You need that in your business. Then last week we talked about the skills that you need to go acquire. The 5 skills that are so important, that are more important than the other skills, so you can go close more deals. And then today, we're talking about how do you take those skills to the right prospecting methods to go and turn around your business. Because I'm assuming that a lot of those that are going to watch this video, your business is stagnant. 85% of realtors fail within their first 2 years. Most realtors do maybe one home their first year. I talked to a lot of you, and a lot of you have this issue where you didn't get your first deal till 12 months into the business. That has got to stop. And hopefully this video does that. It will teach you which prospecting methods to focus on and which ones are not worth your time. Because the biggest issue with any sales industry is time. You just run out of it. Alex Hormozi talks about this all the time. You can pay with 2 things. You can pay with time, like delayed time, because you didn't invest in the books, you didn't get the mentors, you didn't watch, you didn't train. And so now you're having to pay with it with time, or you pay with it with money. You get the right coach, you get the right books, you go to masterminds, and then all of a sudden that time gets shorter and shorter, and then your business blows up. And so trust me, with all the people I talk to, this is a big issue. So we're going to address it today. Hopefully in the next 25 minutes, this is the only video that you ever need to go back and watch the exact different prospecting methods to blow up your business. Before we hop into that though, if you've been following our page, we have a book club. Make sure you're reading the books. If you don't have the packet for all the books we're reading in 2025, comment book club. Go get this packet and it'll walk you through all the different books we're going to read. The first quarter is all about reading the things that'll help you create a foundation for your 2025 year in your business. In February, we're reading Burn the Boats by Matt Higgins, Toss Plan B Overboard. My mom always laughs at me for this. She knows that I hate Plan B. We're doing Plan A, come hell or high water. I don't care what's going to happen. Because if you have that Plan B in the back of your head, it'll haunt you and it'll eat you alive, and it'll show up as procrastination, delayed decisiveness, laziness. But you don't realize it's because you have a Plan B in the back of the head. A lot of you I talk to, you know that this is true, where you're like, oh, if this doesn't work out, I'll go back to blank. You got to cut that out. This is going to work. You're going to figure this out, and you burn all the ships. So incredible book. Make sure you follow along. Let's rock and roll. All right, let's jump into this. Before we do though, just like we talked about in the last video, anytime we talk about a skill set, we're going to go through mentors and books that you need to read to better conceptualize this concept before we go into the application portion of this topic. So write this down. There's 4 mentors that I would go make sure they're in your life. You don't need to have a mentor physically with you. You can listen to their podcasts, watch their YouTube, follow them on social media, and they will start to influence you. That's called a mentor. So there's 4 of them that I would go listen to about prospecting that'll really help you. The first one is obviously Alex Hormozi. The second one is Gary Vee. The third one is Grant Cardone. And the last one is Jeff Bezos. These 4 people will help you understand how to look for the right things and then execute. Their skill set of like really looking at their industry, taking anybody from another industry, picking apart their business, and then saying, go here, here, and here. They're really good at that. Hence, that's why their companies are really, really big. And so go put them in your life, have them mentor you. The books that I would recommend are, the first one is called Seeing What Others Don't See. This is a really cool book. It teaches you how to look at opportunities and find them when others can't. It's an incredible book. You'll love it. The next one is called The Attacker's Advantage. It teaches you how to operate a business like a chess player, how to see the other moves happen before they actually happen. You'll love that book. The other one is called Smart Cuts by Shane Snow. He talks about how surfers are really good at predicting if the wave is going to be good or not. So as a business owner, you have to look at all the different prospecting methods that are available to you and choose and pick the ones that are actually going to give you a return, just like a surfer. So that's an incredible book. And the last one is Crushing It by Gary Vee. Obviously, all of his books are really good. This one I recently finished. It talks about how to not only find the right prospecting method, but how to crush it in that prospecting method better than the competition in your market. Now you've got the mentors. Now you've got the books. Now let's talk about the nitty-gritty skills of how to go apply this. So why is this topic important, first of all? If I were to tell you to go find a needle in a haystack, you show up and you've never seen a needle, you've never touched a needle, you don't know what it's looking for, you might find it in the first 5-10 seconds. Maybe it takes you 10 minutes, but you never know because you don't know what a needle is. And so you're aimlessly wandering throughout the barn in all this hay to find the needle. But if you know what you're looking for, you know what it feels like, you know what it looks like, then you are sharper and more effective and you can move quicker. That's the same thing with prospecting. A lot of times, salespeople, entrepreneurs, realtors, doesn't matter your industry, you don't know what you're looking for and you're not navigating the right way. You don't have the right map to go find the right consumers to transact with you. So I'm going to show you how to see the people that are transacting in real estate and the 5 different ways I would go all in to figure out how to convert more people. All right. So here on the screen, you can see that there's 5 different houses next to each other. The first one is going to be open houses. Post the NAR settlement, open houses are the easiest way to go and convert deals because you don't have to have a buyer broker when they come into the house. And so learning how to do the open house the right way every week will give you the lowest hanging fruit because people are coming in unrepresented and they're actually looking. I have an incredible video on this that I've given out a ton recently on the open house strategy that I have. So make sure to go watch that full video. In a nutshell, I don't sit in an open house. I put a sign on the door that says, hey, welcome to the open house. If you have a realtor, great. The key's in the lockbox. And if they're not here with you, give them a call. Because a side note, that lazy realtor that you're working with should be here with you. But that's a side note. We could go on forever about that. But then the sign says, if you don't have a realtor, then call me or text me. I'm out talking to all the neighbors. What that does is it teaches you to hunt. You become a hunter. You go eat what you kill. There's an incredible book. Sam Taggart just recently wrote one called Eat What You Kill. Go get that book. It's really good. But it'll train you to be a hunter and not just to be a reactive, sitting on inside the home and waiting for people to come in. And so I'll get calls and texts all the time from people. Hey, I'm at your open house and we don't have a real estate agent. We'd love for you to come back. And I come back and I'm sweating and immediately there's trust that, oh, that's the type of realtor we want to work with. He's a grinder. He works hard. Yeah, show us this home. And then you go in the home, and if that's not the right home, then what I do is I have 4 similar homes in the market that are reserved, ready to go for private tours for the next hour after the open house. So now I can say, hey, this house obviously isn't for everybody, but I've got these 4. Come take a look at these. And I've got private showings set up for all of them. Which one do you think meets your needs best? And then boom, I can go show them other homes, and now I have that buyer and I can convert them. That's way better than sitting in a house and no one comes and you fall asleep for 3 hours while doing it and you hate them. So go watch that video. It'll break down everything about the open house so that you can convert more deals. The second one, the house on the screen, the second one is going to be door knocking. Now, obviously, if you're watching my channel, you know I'm a little biased about this prospecting method, but why does this work? Well, first of all, it works because no one in your market is doing it. Everyone does flyers. Everyone does social media. Everyone cold calls. Well, at least they try. But no one door knocks how we train to do it. If you want to learn how to door knock, comment door knock. I've got a packet on this that I'll send out to you that will train you on how to door knock in your market. I even have a video on this that I filmed at the end of last year that'll train you on how to door knock. Go back and watch that, but actually learn this skill from those that are good at it. I sold 75 deals my first year as a realtor coming from the door-to-door space, and I just went door-to-door, got a couple coaches, and it took off. My business partner, Dwayne Richins, sold 89 homes his first year by door knocking. Every real estate agent that I talked to that is a big social media person, like Tessa Bella, who I work with, and Paige Steckling, who I work with, and Red Suit Realtor, and all these social media people, Brad McCallan, Matt Leonetti up in Canada, all of them will tell you, if you need now business, go door knock. So learn how to do it. This is the second most aggressive way to get now business right now in your market, no matter where you're at. All right, the third house on the screen. No one trains on this. And this is probably the first time that you're ever going to hear this, but it's knocking for investors. This is a really creative way to put yourself in front of the right people that are ready to transact in your market. How this works. When you're out prospecting door to door, if you're in the townhome condo community, which is what we train on, you're going to run into a lot of tenants. Well, guess what? That tenant that lives in that house, the owner is an investor. They own that home. So what did you just run into? You ran into an investor lead. And so you make a list in Excel on all the people that you talk to that have tenants. You write down their address, you go home, and then the following day during busy time in the morning in your schedule, you're going to look up on Forewarn and other apps or other services in your area and find the homeowner's information. You're going to call them and you're going to say, hey, it's Jeremy with Real. Sorry to bug you. I usually don't do this. I actually hate cold calling. I go door to door, as a prospecting method. I ran into your tenants yesterday, which they're super nice, by the way. And I'm just curious with the real estate market, how it is. Have you thought about picking up a second one or doing a 1031 and moving this one into another property? Imagine if you did that 30 times a day. The beautiful part about investors is that they're analytical. It's all numbers. If the numbers make sense, they'll pull the trigger. There's no emotion. They already bought their first one. Helping families buy their first investment is really hard because it's an emotional process. It's hard to pull that trigger on the first one, but not the second one, not the third one, fourth one, fifth one, sixth one. Those are a piece of cake. So when you're knocking, make sure you make a list of all the investors, all the tenants that you talk to, have your schedule allow for you to do the research, get a VA, get an assistant, work with title, however you want to do it, use Forewarn, and then go research them and then call them every day. If your schedule isn't built to the point to allow that, if you don't know what to do in the morning and how to maneuver and you just don't have a schedule to follow, comment schedule. I have a whole packet on this that'll train you on how to allow your daily schedule to have pockets of time where you can do this, and it'll help you be really efficient. All right, the fourth house that's on the screen, the fourth best prospecting method is going to be for sell by owners and expireds. But it's going to be different than probably how you've heard it from other realtors that are arguably experts at this. When I first got into real estate, I saw a lot of realtors doing 100, 150, 200 deals a year off of just FSBO for sell by owners and expireds. So I had learned from them. I was coached by them and mentored by them. I don't do a lot of them. Maybe 20, 25% of my business comes from that. But if you can learn how to do it in a very efficient way, then you can easily go close 10 to 15 deals a year by just following this one approach. So how does it work? Let's break it down. So for me, I'm going to have a VA, so a virtual assistant for about $8 or $9 an hour. I'm going to have them go create an Excel of all the for sale by owners off of Zillow and other websites and another file for all the expireds. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull like a Jeremy Miner. If you guys don't follow him, go follow him. He's probably one of the best on tonality, sales skills, phone dialing. And what he does is he'll call them just like this. And he'll be like, ring, ring, ring. Hey, Jeremy, this is Jeremy over at Real. I've got your file on my desk, and to be honest, I'm actually super surprised. I remember seeing this hit the market, and I can't believe it came off. Did you guys sell this, or what's going on? And then it comes across as this curious, like, wow, it's not a cold call, or like, hi, Jeremy with Real. your house came off the market. Are you interviewing another agent? It's like, this is a different approach to allow you to communicate with them. Then on the for sale by owner side, it's, hey, Jeremy with Real, giving you a quick call. Congrats on listing your house. Are you guys staying locally or moving out? Cool. Well, look, I don't want to be the pushy salesman. I'm talked to about 40 to 50 people a day that are looking to relocate here in the area. I would love to come over to your house, take a video, see if there's anything else that I could probably show when I'm talking to people door to door. That like very subtle approach allows you to come over, shake their hand. You are prospecting 40 to 50 times a day, talking to prospects all over your area, and they are looking for, for sale by owner or off market properties. I hate the approach in real estate where it's like, I have a bunch of buyers I'd like to come and talk to you. Guys, don't do that. Just tell them that you are prospecting for 4 to 5 hours a day. You'll potentially run into the right people, and then you can possibly run their house by them. Anyways, the reason this approach works is because I know when I go to their house, I'm going to shake their hand. They're going to walk through the property with me. I'm going to gain their rapport. I'm going to figure out their hot buttons, their pain points as I'm getting the video, as I'm talking to them. And then a lot of the times for sale by owners just hate realtors. So if you can bridge that gap and build the trust, then at the end, they'll want to do business with you. They'll want to sign the papers with you. So of course, I'm going to come to that appointment with the papers ready to go, but I'm going to build a rapport. And I'm going to bank on the fact that my skill set, my people skills is so sharp that I can be in front of them and actually help close them. So again, the beautiful part about this approach is you should only be doing it for an hour a day. Call through your for sale by owners and call through your expireds. Most high-level cold callers are going to call both of these for a day, and then they trash it if they don't hear an answer. So the persistency game is your best ally. Go at this every day. If you're door knocking as your prospecting method, then call or text them for an hour in the morning, and then try to hit them as you're going out to area, and then try to hit them on the way back. Use Google Maps, have your VA or yourself go pin all these houses, a green flag on Google Maps for free. And when you go out to prospect or you're going to show a home, oh, hey, there's a house right there. Let me hit that on the way. And so what it does is every day you hit these for an hour a day, and then on your way out to area, on your way back to the office, and you just go at it every day. Oh, that person is not going to, cross off. Oh, that person's not ready, cross off. And it's mainly like a hit list. And you're just building this and going at it every day. This is the most effective way to do it. You're not spending the whole day doing this. You're not running around town trying to get all the FSBOs and expireds. You go prospect door to door. You do your open houses. But then part of your day is to do this for about an hour a day. So that's the fourth way. Now let's talk about the last one. Your database and your sphere of influence. A lot of times, your friends and family, neighbors, are going to use realtors because they were top of mind. And they're not going to use you simply because you just weren't top of mind. So the issue with this, though, is most realtors only do their database and they only do the COI, and they're not doing everything else. Do everything else, but then add this as part of the tool. Because if you have a database of 200 people, that's about 10% conversion. That's about 20 deals a year that you can pull from that database if you're just top of mind. So let me give you some suggestions that work. Once a quarter, you should have a past client event that you do with all your past clients. Do a barbecue in the park, rent out a movie theater, rent out a pool, get them together so that you can have them come and be top of mind and build that rapport to get other business from them. A lot of times, your family, friends, neighbors, past clients, again, they just have forgot about you. That has nothing to do with who you are as a person, how good you are as a realtor. It's just that you weren't top of mind. And so do client events. Also, social media. If you're not on social media and you're not posting 4 to 5 times a week, if you're not talking on camera on your stories, then again, you're being forgotten. You're not top of mind. You don't have to be the best realtor in your area. You just have to be the most known. They have to remember you. And so if you're not good at social media, no worries. I'm really good at it. I've got a whole course on this. You can go buy it online. I've got a free YouTube video on this. I have a mastermind group on social media. In Instagram, it's a thread with a bunch of realtors and a bunch of salespeople, and I give a ton of free value on that. That's $100 to enter, lifetime membership. So if you guys want to be a part of that and get the behind the scenes stuff to build your social media, then just go ahead and comment right here, social media, and I'll reach out to you, Venmo me $100, and I'll put you in the group. And we talk all the time in that group and give suggestions on social media so you can stay top of mind to your database. You can have them watch your stories. You can have them watch their reels. You can DM them. And then when they're ready, they're going to use you because, again, you were top of mind. All right. For those that are still watching, I'm going to give you one last one. This is probably another really aggressive form of prospecting that most realtors aren't doing. And if you do this, it'll help you get an easy 5 to 7 to maybe 8 or 9 deals a year in addition to what you have currently been doing. The last one is going to be referral partners. So 2 different approaches to this. Referral partners nationwide. Are you part of a networking group where you have realtors from all over? You're cross-referring all the different clients. If you're not, then you need to join our team here at Real Brokers. We've got agents all over Canada, all over the US that I can kick and get a referral feedback. They send to me, I can help them close, and they get a referral feedback. But you need to be in a group and a network where you can do that across the nation for your market. The other way about referral partners is in your local market. It's called the 4x4 rule. Go get 4 different service-based industries that talk to a lot of potential homeowners or buyers, and then get 4 of them in each industry and take care of them. So for me, construction landscaping crushes. It does really well. Go find 4 different local construction-based landscaping companies and take care of them. And then go talk to maids and home cleaning services. They're in homes of people that are going to transact, either buy their first home or they're doing move-out cleans or they're transitioning, and they hear things and they'll kick you back those referrals. The other one is lenders and title companies. Go befriend them and visit them often and ask them if they're working with any clients that don't have a realtor that you can work with. That's another incredible one that I think a lot of people underutilize. And then the last one is local restaurants. Local restaurants that are small, that have that mom and pop feel. They have a lot of customers coming into their restaurant. They can recommend you. They can put your flyers out. They're more likely to use you with clients that they hear are making a transition or a potential transaction in the real estate industry. So 4 different industries, 4 local-based service companies, and get 4 companies in each one of those and just take care of them. Guys, the issue in real estate right now is time. Is a lot of realtors are doing flyers. They're focusing on the COI first, the sphere of influence. They're doing social media first. They have nothing that's aggressive. And so what happens is it takes too much time to convert all those deals, and you just simply need to shift your focus on the things that actually convert. The open houses, the door knocking, the knocking for investors, the FSBOs expires, the database, the referral partners. And then because you're getting so much now business, you can focus on the flyers. You can then focus on the social media. You can focus on everything else. And then all of a sudden it compiles together and it blows up. And that's how you do a ton of deals. So if you're not doing any of these 6, then reach out. My number is 702-525-5766. You can call me. I'll pick apart your business. I'll help you understand which different prospecting methods you need in your market to go and crush it. Because most brokers, most mentors, they just don't have the experience. They don't know how to teach or guide you. And so they're going to tell you to call your family or friends, put a couple flyers out. But again, that just doesn't convert quick enough. So if you need help, if you don't have that mentor, you guys know you can call me. Make sure you reach out so that we can chat. All right, let's wrap up the episode. What'd you think? The biggest issue, like I recently mentioned, is just time. You need to go faster. You need to go more explosive. You need more exposure. If you look at this business as a funnel, like a marketing funnel, that top part right there at the top, that big circle at the top is exposure. You need exposure to the right people. And then you need to have the skills to how to convert them. And that's why the first video in February, we talked about skill development. Now we're going to talk about, obviously in this video, the different prospecting methods that help you convert. So you should have taken a ton of notes. Hopefully this was beneficial to you. If you guys have any questions, make sure you go back and get the packets that I gave out in this video so that I can help you grow and close more deals.